Hello, and welcome to Cosmic Dream Sanctuary. This self-hypnosis script is titled Abduction, Contact, or Dream, Hypnotic Regression from Missing Time and Extraordinary Experiences. It's for those people who experience extraordinary sleep and dream phenomenon, like sleep paralysis or visitation, extraterrestrial contact phenomenon, missing time or screen memories, alien MILAB or secret space program abduction experiences. The suggested outcomes for this script include the discernment of the nature and reality of your experience, establishing clear boundaries with involved entities, to integrate the memories and intuitions of those experiences into your consciousness, and finally, to embody greater peace, love, joy, purpose, and connection here and now on Earth. How this works is that I will offer the self-hypnosis experience soon. So now is a really good time to get into a place of relaxation. Most people like to be laying down on a bed where they feel really comfortable. So it's a good time to turn off any phone notifications, to shut the door. It is going to take probably about 30 minutes to go through this experience, and you may actually afterward want to journal what the experience has been for you. So I will introduce the topic and hypnosis in general. I'll give you a series of instructions during the script that you can choose to follow. You have to choose to show up and do the work and have the experience. You might feel like you're making it up, and that's okay. You might feel like you're not deep into trance, and that's okay. You might not see anything, but you might feel something, and that's okay. All you really need to do is to trust yourself and to express your intention. So you can do that. You can just be with your breath and let the experience happen. And so this is really important to talk about because you may not have an experience like you expect with hypnosis. And that's one of the things that's important to know about what will happen next, right? Is like, it's not going to be like it's on TV. You actually have to show up and do the work. You have to choose to follow these instructions, to relax, to open, to receive and integrate your experiences and memories. So don't worry. I know this experience might be scary. You might be nervous thinking about approaching these memories of alleged experience, like abduction experience, suspected abduction. We don't know, right? Yet you've not yet integrated consciously what these things are, but I know you have a suspicion within yourself. You're saying something happened. I need to know. It doesn't add up. That kind of thing. So this experience is all about healing, insight, and transformation for you to embody greater peace, love, and unity consciousness here and now on Earth. Right. So it's not to provide evidence of some other of your experience or something like that. In fact, you actually, if you are interested in using hypnosis as a way to provide evidence for a worldview, I would invite you not to work with me, actually. If the only purpose I am offering hypnosis or self-hypnosis experiences is for healing, insight, and transformation, for you to embody greater peace, love, and unity consciousness here and now. So sometimes that does involve remembering back to very specific memories and providing very specific expressions of those memories as evidence or as a way to gain further evidence. But that's not the purpose here. The purpose is for you to find peace within yourself, to integrate the intuitions that you've been maybe holding at bay, right? Oh my God, alien abduction. Oh my God, spirit visitation. Oh my goodness, right? Like, screen memories are here. If something feels awful or scary or something like that, it's for you to go into that nightmare experience, discover that you have the capacity to integrate those experiences and to find healing, insight, and transformation, to be present in your life. That's the purpose here. So don't worry, right? You are in control of your experience. Your subconscious mind will only offer what you can reasonably integrate, especially now that we're asking explicitly for that, right? We're asking your subconscious mind to only offer that which you can reasonably integrate into your waking consciousness in a way that aligns with our intention for peace, love, and unity consciousness. It's important to know that self-hypnosis or hypnosis is like a nap or a daydream. You aren't out of control. It is sort of relaxing. You might have an experience that's different than what you expect, right? We all have had experiences of going down for a nap and thinking it's 5 minutes. Well, it's 2 hours, right? Something like that could happen. You can always use your imagination to distance yourself from the experience of what's happening for you. And a good way to do that is to have a magic remote control. You can press pause or play, fast forward, rewind. Another way to do that is to imagine that what you're experiencing is now on a TV or a movie theater screen or something like that. You don't need to be a skilled visualizer or to have definite memories to do this work here now. Right? You don't even need to have specific beliefs about what happened or how hypnosis can work. You simply can use this time to explore, to play, to heal, to discover, or whatever you need to do. This series is offered in the traditions that Cosmic Dream Sanctuary is offered. This is Mystic Christianity, Mahayana Buddhism, Dream Studies, CE5, and Quantum Healing. These scripts are offered freely by me, Daniel Rekshin. I hold a bachelor's degree in liberal arts, a master's degree in East-West psychology, a certificate in hypnotherapy in the spiritual counseling modality of depth hypnosis, and a certificate in the Beyond Quantum Healing modality, as well as being ordained as a minister in the Universal Life Church. I offer consultations and sessions by donation. For more information, please go to cosmicdreamsanctuary.org. So this slide is all about making contact with each other, me establishing trust with you, a sense of rapport so that you can feel like you can relax while you're listening to my voice. And we are approaching very challenging topics: alien abduction, sleep paralysis. These experiences that bring you directly out of consensus worldview into a realm of taboo, right? Nobody believes you. Everyone ridicules you. Nobody understands you, that sort of thing. And not only that, you are having scary, nightmarish experiences that reveal an underlying reality that is fantastic. Right? I know because I've had that experience. I've worked through, was I abducted? What are ETs? How do I relate to them? Right? I've had nightmarish experiences of being paralyzed in my body as I sleep. I've gone through regressions to bring up what were these memories. I've experienced what screen memories are. So I offer this this self-hypnosis out of my heart, sort of, and I explore this matter because it's fascinating to me, but it's been a journey, and so I know exactly what I'm asking you to do. It's probably terrifying, and that's okay. Thank you for doing that work. You'll get out on the other side and feel greater peace, love, and unity consciousness so that you can be here and now, be of benefit to yourself and others. Really, that's really why we're doing this. So the terms of the offering, right? It's important to know that this series is focused on psychospiritual, imaginal, and the dream level. It is not therapy. It is not treatment. It is not intervention for a physical or mental health, right? This course is offered from a practical point of view and is based in my experience, but it is not definitive or universal. Continue only if you feel a rapport with the offering, and only so long as you find benefit. It's important to know that any hypnosis experience here is offered as a training in self-hypnosis. And all of the experiences in hypnosis or guided meditation arise from an imaginal and psychospiritual aspect of mind, and therefore must be interpreted like a dream, not as evidence for historic events. Please understand that I see life as something like a dream. And so this isn't saying it's fantastic or unreal. It just says that it requires some sort of discernment process to understand what the memories or experiences are. I'd love to cover the basic theory of how self-hypnosis works so you can understand why I'm offering this as a course of engagement with these sorts of memories, right? So Western psychology understands that as we enter into a therapeutic trance, this is relaxation, the subconscious mind sort of opens up and becomes available to suggestions, affirmations, and programming. This is the basis for like the placebo effect. This is the basis for all of the hypnosis you see. This is the basis for affirmations. The way I work is based in depth hypnosis, beyond quantum healing hypnosis, and dream studies. Depth hypnosis understands that there is a kind of energy, power, concept framework. So to any experience, right? If you're low in energy, you low in spiritual internal power, or you have strange concepts that don't work, your experience is impacted, and we can work with the energy, the power situations, or the concepts associated with your experience. So one of the ways that we understand this is in the soul parts integration. So as experiences unfold, right, as you have traumatic experiences, your soul sort of breaks apart. Part of you does not want to deal with it. And it goes into this state of what Western psychologists call disassociation. You're sort of floating in this gray zone that is outside of time, and you're stuck there at that age where the trauma happened. And that part of your soul is no longer active in the waking world. This is what depth hypnosis understands and offers a course of working with all these different parts. This is also comes out of Western psychology, so it's not a outlandish concept. So one of the things that happens with the ET or the alien abduction or the potent dream experiences is that you're confused and you're traumatized by the experience. You're traumatized by the response of the world, your parents perhaps, the worldview saying you're crazy. So a lot of you splits off. A lot of you splits off because it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't want to be there, right? And then you have to spend energy holding those parts away, and those parts take energy. And so it's a very exhausting situation to be in, to be afraid of the shadows, to be afraid of sleep, to be afraid of any moment these ETs might come and get you or something like that. It's terrifying. It takes energy. And so the work that's invited is to integrate those parts to say, hey, it's safe for you to come back because I understand something about myself. I understand something about ETs. I've had an experience of establishing clear consent and boundaries with the entities involved, something like that. The third aspect of depth hypnosis that is applicable here is the sense of energy attachments. So we see that there are things like demonic possessions or ghosts or implants or something that gets into your energy system and is sort of like parasitic, actually. And so the process here is establishing boundaries within the self, to understand the consent process between soul, conscious beings, that sort of thing, and to negotiate a relationship there. The Beyond Quantum Healing Hypnosis offers a kind of theory or practical guidelines in terms of it's beyond expectation. So any of the experiences that we have in hypnosis are relating to your deepest self that has a kind of quantum aspect to it, where it's either neither here nor there, is infinitely potent, is a source of free energy, that sort of thing. It can be here and there at the same time. So it's beyond expectation like that. It's connected to the all. We're all everything all at once. And in this way, we can enter into ourselves through the self-hypnosis experience to connect in with that aspect of ourselves that understands soul contracts, to understand the origins of it, that understands the multidimensional aspects of our experience. And then finally, the experience here, the self-hypnosis experience, is offered in the basic theoretic framework of dream studies. We hold that life is a dream. Life is like a dream, but life is a dream as well, because dreams are an archetypal experience. We are all one in the mind of the dreamer. So this is whatever you're experiencing, right? Whatever you're experiencing is an expression of self. And so like dreams, like with nightmares, we use practices of insight and intent to transform experience, right? If you have a recurrent nightmare, we might establish the intent to become aware of the dreamlike nature of your experience and to have you engage with those aspects of yourself that are expressed in that nightmare experience. And lo and behold, we find that experience transforms into one of insight, healing, connection, wisdom, that sort of thing. And so that's what we are inviting here and now with these experiences. There's some concepts that we should discuss right now before going into the experience. This is the concept of, we'll start with the concept of contact modalities. So we understand that from the work of CCRI and the Free Institute, they did a statistical study of 4,500 contactees that have consciously remembered, physically remembered encounters, not dream, not hypnosis, because of the challenging aspects we already described about these needing discernment, right? So they looked at 4,500 people's experiences, and they discovered that that the only theory that really can account for it is that this universe is conscious, that there is consciousness, a spirit level, a sort of deeper aspect to our experience, and that's out-of-body experience, astral projection, near-death, telepathy, all these different things, alien abduction, all of these things are different modalities of the same phenomenon, that of contact with consciousness, right? So that's what we're understanding here, that's what we're exploring here. We need to acknowledge the reality of extraordinary experiences. So UFOs exist. They fly through our skies. There are such things as alien abductions. There are encounters at night with spirits. You can leave your body and come back, right? You can know things that you couldn't possibly know through your physical eyes. Astral projection, out-of-body experiences. This world is something like a dream. Just practice the manifestation, right? Start to think about what you want to manifest, and lo and behold, something does show up, right? So these things are real, and so we engage with them in a very real way, which is with consciousness, because consciousness is the foundation of these experiences, right? A few things about this topic in particular, particularly alien abduction, extraterrestrial contact, visitation, sleep paralysis, these sorts of missing time, screen memory experiences. You are having these experiences, you are having your interest in these experiences because you have some level of intuition or psychic experience. So let me say that again. I believe, right, that everybody has contact with these others, these visitors, these ETs, ghosts, whatever, these different representatives of consciousness, right, let's say. But not everybody is engaged in a path of integrating them or remembering them or even being impacted by them. The difference, I believe, is that you are sensitive in a psychic way, in an intuitive way, in a way that you can maintain your consciousness and conscious memory through experiences that are designed to bring you up and out of the body, up and out of this space-time, into other space-times, into a realm of experience that is neither here nor there. And you've maintained an awareness that something is happening. And you might be just psychically perceiving your aura. You might be psychically perceiving that part of you is split off in that experience. Or you might actually have a psychic memory, right? Or intuition of those experiences that wants integration, right? So it's important to acknowledge, and as we dive into this work, as more of you come back into your experience, right? That'll happen more, and that's beautiful. So that's welcome, actually. I'd like to talk a bit about screen memories and missing time, because these are oftentimes why people engage in this regression hypnosis work. Screen memories are having a memory that just doesn't make sense. It's like I saw a deer out my window and it was looking at me. This is a common screen memory. An owl, right? Big-eyed, kind of otherworldly creatures in strange situations, right? And it's just enough that your mind goes, oh, that kind of makes sense, and you don't even think about it. And generally, what will happen is you'll be reading something, you'll watch an image, something will resonate, and you go, oh, I remember this was a weird experience. I remember seeing this owl. This owl was doing something. And it didn't make quite sense what was going on. And then you have this intuition, something happened, but your mind just says, oh no, you were seeing a deer out your second floor bedroom window or something like that. So it's a way for your mind to clothe a deeper experience. Some people feel that ETs, right, or other entities have the capacity to create screen memories. I don't actually believe that. I believe they have the capacity to suggest things, but your mind and consciousness says yes to it. Just like this hypnosis experience, you're saying yes to it. So you're saying yes, that it's more easy for you to have a memory of a deer at the second floor window, right, than to integrate the memory of an extraterrestrial being, right? Something like that. Same thing with missing time, right? There is this phenomena of time, of what happened. It's like a blackout. 12 hours later, you think it's only 5 minutes, people are looking for you, your clocks don't make sense, that sort of thing. That's missing time. And that's associated with going into a different time space, a different space-time, and coming back. And it doesn't add up sometimes, or things like that. I'm not exactly sure, right? You're the one that should tell me what happens, right? Like, let me know. But my own hypothesis here is that we are working with different densities, different dimensions, and that the physical body, the vehicle of consciousness, goes up and out of our physical world into that experience and comes back, right? And sometimes we might not actually have the capacity to engage these physical neurons, right? And so in that way, you're psychically perceiving an intuition, something happened. There might actually be some sort of hypnotic suggestion at work here, something that prevents you from remembering, and that's fine. We can work with that. The final bit of discussion I'd like to talk about is visitation, entity, attachment, and boundaries. So a lot of times people say you can stop alien abduction, you can stop these visitations, raise your frequency and say no, right? And so I will offer kind of a general observation about our experiences. Our experience in this life is like a dream, and it responds to intention, right? I don't know exactly how the visitors that you're experiencing, right, understand that, but I understand that here and now, if I establish an intention, that I work towards it, I express clear consent and boundaries, right? And some of these actually are at deeper levels than just the conscious mind, which is why we use hypnosis to establish this. But in this experience, you can express a boundary, like, I don't want to be abducted anymore. I do not consent to abduction. I do, however, consent to mutually respectful interaction with extraterrestrial beings, right, in a way that does not, that involves my informed conscious consent, right? Like, I do that. That sounds great. I like that. I would love to learn more about UFOs and about extraterrestrial beings, but I don't consent to being taken at night without my conscious awareness, right? So I invite you to establish that consent boundary here and now. The basic script for any hypnosis that I do involves setting an intention, and we set the intention here and now for healing, insight, transformation, according to the principles of non-harm and the cosmic law of one, meaning it is oriented to service to others and respectful of free will. It is for the benefit of the self and others, and is for the embodiment of peace, love, and unity consciousness here and now on earth. We'll then move into establishing the trance experience, and we do that through relaxation through the body. We invoke the higher self. This is just your subconscious, conscious, and superconscious mind. We'll go through a process of grounding, clearing, and energizing the body. And finally, establishing protection, connecting in with those sources of power that can help you in this experience, and to harmonize all your being with this intention, right? Then we'll have a journey experience that will often go through an imaginal portal. We'll express your intention here in this space. We'll observe the response, and then we'll invite the integration of that experience. We'll close this session and experience by having a final experiencing. Is there anything else that needs to happen here and now? To express gratitude for the experience, to invite the perfect integration of that experience, to establish any commitments for action, and then we'll finally shift the attention back to the body. You don't have to remember any of this. I will guide you through it, but I wanted to offer these highlights as points of training in self-hypnosis. So without further ado, let's start to shift into relaxation for the body. Right? We are asking for healing, insight, and transformation regarding an abduction, a contact, or an extraordinary dream experience. Right? So we're asking for that. You might have a specific intention, and you can start to think of that to establish this specific intention. You might want to know, was I abducted? Right? Did I have contact with the other realms or something like that? Right? Start to explore that as you relax. And as you can relax simply by being present in your body. Right? Take a final moment to make sure your body is in a good place, reclined perhaps, with any of the doors that you need to shut, right? Any of the phones that you need to silence, anything you need to do before you can really settle and do that now. Just being with your breath wherever you are, however you are, allowing your breath to flow in and flow out. Pay attention to the sensation of your breath as it flows in and flows out of your nose, out of your mouth, as your belly moves in and out. As you pay attention, you are harmonizing your body and mind with your breath. You're inviting relaxation through the body. And because we are going to approach perhaps challenging or emotional experiences, I will invite a deeper relaxation than normal, knowing that we invoke sacred space, knowing that we are centered in the directions east, south, north, west, sky, earth, heart. We are connected with white light that flows through the universe to the top of our head, all the way through our bodies to the center of the earth. We are connected with new life force energy from the earth. So whenever we need energy in this experience, we can draw up that energy of the earth into our bodies. Connect with the aspects of yourself that can protect you, that can guide you into this experience. And this might be an aspect of self that you acknowledge within your own physical, subconscious, or conscious mind. Or it might be a guide, an animal, a figure, a feeling, a color, whatever that is. Call those things in. Call in your team, because we're going to relax even more, deeper and deeper, so that we can have an experience that shifts, that provides healing, insight, and transformation relating to these extraordinary experiences, the intuition that you hold within yourself of these experiences. So having called in those guides and allies or aspects of yourself that can really protect you and guide you in this experience, I invite you now to relax even more. And you can do that simply by observing the sensation of gravity in your body. And we'll go through your body, and I'll start with the top of your head. So observe how gravity feels at the top of your head. You might feel this as a pull towards the center of the earth. You might feel this as support from the bed or chair pushing up on your head, or even the interaction of your skull and skin. And as you observe the sensation of gravity in the top of your head, observe how relaxation follows. How relaxation follows. Shifting now to the face, all the little muscles of the face around the eyes, around the cheeks, the mouth. Just let those go, relax them simply by observing how gravity feels, how it feels to be pulled by gravity towards the earth, or to be supported by your skeleton, or the bed you're on. Move down to the throat, allowing relaxation to follow your attention, allowing new life force energy from the earth to simply support and fill up all these spaces in the perfect way. Observe the sensation of gravity in your throat, the top of your torso by your shoulders, pectorals, top of arms, elbows, forearms, hands, letting go of anything you need to let go of in order to relax more and more, deeper and deeper, to have this experience of healing, insight, and transformation relating to extraordinary experiences. Bring your attention now to the heart space, feeling the sensation of gravity in your heart space. You might feel this as a weightiness or of support. You might even observe the sensation of emotion around your heart space, tuning in to your own heart, about your own intention. Do you want to remember what happened to you? Do you want to integrate the intuitions you've been holding? Do you want to establish clear boundaries of consent with any entities who are visiting you? Do you want this healing insight and transformation that you yourself can give? Simply say yes. Simply say yes. Knowing that you will integrate all of these experiences in the perfect way and the perfect time. You can relax even more by paying attention to the sensation of gravity around your heart as you have said yes to all of these things. Knowing that you will achieve the healing insight and transformation regarding these extraordinary experiences in the perfect way and the perfect time in your waking life, so that you can be here and now, more present, more of benefit to yourself and others. And now moving your attention down to the belly area, observing the sensation of gravity as your belly moves with the breath. Let go of any sense that you need to be a certain shape or size. You are perfect the way you are, beautiful, powerful, exhibiting dimensionality, and that is beautiful. Thank you for releasing any sense of tension you have in your belly as you observe the sensation of gravity, the push and pull, as you observe how relaxation follows your attention. Moving now to the tops of your legs, to the buttocks, the sacral region, the perineum, the genitals, the upper thighs, observing the sensation of gravity, relaxation, new life force energy, conviction, intention, desire for healing, insight, and transformation regarding these. How wonderful will it be to be creative with all the new life force energy that you yourself are choosing to release by going in to the darkness of these memories and releasing yourself to be present here and now. How beautiful and creative are you? Will you be when these things are present in your body? Call forth that energy now through the magic of space-time. You can call forth the creativity of your future self here and now to support you in this experience. And now move your attention to the lower thighs, observing gravity, seeing how relaxation follows to your knees, to your calves and ankles and feet and toes. Observing the sensation of gravity and feeling it in your whole body now, feeling so very relaxed. In this space of deepening relaxation to which you can always return, we're going to go on a journey now together. First, to discern the nature of your experience. And we are going to do this simply by imagining a guide, a representative of your own intuition will come to you, right? Will come to you and help you and explain to you. This might be your higher self. You might channel in your soul. You might relate to an angel, an ET, an animal, a frequency, a color, a sound, a sight, a taste, a touch. Right? And the way we'll do this, the way you'll relate to this, and if you're already relating to this source of wisdom within you who is explaining the nature of your experiences or a particular experience you want to look at, but the way we'll do this is simply by imagining you are in a place in nature where you have felt safe and at peace. This is your happy place. You can go to this place at any time. Let it come to you and let you come to there. We'll invite in this representative of a source of wisdom and discernment about your experience. In just a moment, right? Explore your happy place. Make it more real by using your imagination to explore the sight, sounds, tastes, touches that are associated with this place. What does it feel like to be there? Is it warm or cold, dark or light, loud or quiet? Exploring. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And when I reach the number 3, you will be in the presence of this representative of a source of wisdom and discernment who will explain to you the nature of your experience. Was it a dream, abduction, contact? Knowing that you will integrate this explanation in a multimodal way, a multidimensional way, and that this explanation may in fact be multimodal. It may be an experience you have. It may be a sight, sound. It might be a feeling. And it might be a concept or a telepathic message or something like that. But knowing that whatever you receive here will be integrated in the perfect way, in the perfect time, and will help you discern the nature of your experience or experiences. 1, calling forth this representative of a source of wisdom within you who may be an angel, an ET, a figure, a tree, a plant, an animal, a place, a feeling. 2, letting this being approach you as you approach it. And 3, entering into the presence of this source of wisdom and discernment about your experience. I want you to take a few moments to use your imagination to make this experience more real for you. And you can do that by observing sight. Right? Is this a being, a particular individual, a feeling? Do you see it? Do you see this representative of wisdom within you? How do you see it? What does it look like? What are you observing with sight? Any sounds, smells, feelings? And if you aren't experiencing anything, I want you to make it up, knowing that that is a perfect thing to do right now. That you can, in fact, make up a meaningful experience that you yourself don't understand, but will find insight afterward, after the fact, in thinking about. So do so now if you need to. Just make up this being. That's totally fine. So this being may be actually communicating with you now, and that's totally fine. You may be receiving information about the nature of your experience, and that's totally fine. And that might come in the form of a telepathic message, an experience, or some such thing. Right? But if you want now, you can invite this being to explain the nature, right? If you're not there yet, you can simply just say, please help me, please help me discern the nature of my experience or experiences. Please provide a message that you've come here actually to provide this sense of discernment about the nature of the experience. So receive that message now. You might receive that in the form of a communication, telepathic, auditory, visual. It might be a story, a feeling, another memory. Go with it. Go with wherever comes up. This is the message. This will help you discern the nature of your experience. Might be an explanation. It might be a memory. Whatever you're experiencing is perfect. And if you're not experiencing anything, please simply make it up. Use your imagination. Allow whatever wants to come into experience to come into just by making it up. It's very, very perfect. You are doing very well. And allow this communication to come to a natural place of conclusion, knowing that you can come back to this being, your guide here in this happy place. Right? Asking for any final message relating to the nature of discernment, the discernment of your experiences, and receiving that. And then I want you to check in with this being to see if this being will guide you in the process of establishing clear boundaries. And if this being does not want to, and it might say no, it might communicate to you, you might have a feeling, you might have a desire, they might leave, or some such thing. Or this being might say, yes, I will help you establish clear boundaries with yourself and entities associated with your extraordinary experiences. But if this being said no, I want you to call forth another guide in the same way we did. 1, calling for this guide to be present with you. 2, knowing that it will help you establish clear boundaries and that you can trust it because it is indeed a representative of your whole self. And 3, coming into or deepening your connection with this guide who will help establish boundaries with you in terms of your experiences. And just like you asked for help discerning the nature of your experience, I want you to ask for help in establishing clear boundaries. And the first step here is asking for understanding relating to the consent of the experience. Who gave consent to your experiences? Was consent given? At what levels were consent given? And you may be receiving intuitions right now. You may be receiving communications or memories or feelings, or you may have nothing at all. Simply make it up. That's totally fine. But explore the notion of consent, where consent came in, or if it did. Just processing this through. Just processing this through. Whatever is happening, and that's perfect. You are understanding the nature of consent in your experiences. And now I want you to check in with yourself about what sort of consent you want to give going forward for now and in the future. If you've had challenging experiences, I invite you to discontinue consent to those experiences unless you have a reason to do so. Say, I don't give consent to these challenging experiences, knowing that you can indeed give consent to the positive aspects, to the positive connections. And I would invite you to do so and to establish your own sense of what you want to do. You may want to say no to the terrifying experiences at night, but say yes to the experience of relating to guides within your own intuition or mind. You may want to say no to the spirit visitations, but say yes to the presence of ancestors in your life. Just explore that, right? Just explore that. I want you to ask your guide if there's anything you need to do or know in order for your consent, as you've established here and now, to be expressed and effective. Is there anything you need to do? Anything you need to know? Asking your guide this and receiving the answer in the most perfect way. And then just take a moment to do that, or commit to do that, or acknowledge the knowledge that you have just received. And then I want you to let your consent decision resound throughout this world. And you can simply do that by allowing your attention to reside on it. You can do that by asking your guide to help you. You can do that simply by saying yes. Yes, you want your consent to be expressed throughout this universe so that any sense of disinvitation to experience is expressed and any invitation to deeper experience is expressed in the perfect way, in an effective way. Say yes now, and know that that will unfold in your experience in the perfect way, because you yourself have asked for it, and you yourself are capable and powerful, and more than you imagine. So let that declaration of consent extend throughout all your bodies, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, through past, present, and future time, and all parallel timelines. Just let that happen. And if you don't know how to let that happen, you can invite your guide to help you in this process. Thank you. And do any final thing you need to do here to establish clear boundaries with yourself and with the entities that have been engaged with you, or to engage with your guide in whatever way is meaningful to you for the next few breaths. In a moment, we're going to move into integrating memories. So again, I want you to check in with your guide. And in a moment, I'll count to 3. And when I reach the number 3, you'll be in the presence of a guide who will help you integrate memories of extraordinary experiences, help you integrate all those parts of yourself. This might be the same guide you've been working with, or it might be a different guide. 1, reaching out to all aspects of yourself to provide guidance for the integration of memory. 2, approaching a representative. And this might be the same guide or a different guide. A representative of your whole self who can help you integrate memories of these extraordinary experiences. And 3, entering into the presence of this guide. And this might be in the form of a figure, an ET, an angel, a color, a frequency, a place, a memory, whatever that is. And I want you to ask this guide to help you integrate the memories of your experiences in the most perfect way, the most beneficial way. And you can do that by working and expanding yourself here and now to receive a memory. And a memory just might pop into your head. It might just pop into your heart. Or you might have a specific memory that you want to integrate. Just allow this to happen. Allow memory to emerge into your consciousness as it is supported by your guide. Be present with your body by breathing in this experience. And as you breathe, as you are present with your breath in whatever is happening, either challenging or joyful or whatever it is, you can be present with your body by breathing. And as you breathe in and out, and as you are experiencing this memory, you are inviting coherence and integration of your body, your mind, and your experience. This is actually the process of integration of those memories. Just spend a few more breaths here, integrating this memory, exploring this memory, knowing that you can come back to this and any other memory that you so desire in the perfect way, in the perfect time. Allowing this experience to come to a place of natural conclusion. Saying thank you to yourself and to your guides for being present in this experience. Doing any final thing you need to do in this space, knowing that you can come back at any time you need. And then just come back to your body simply and easily, remembering as much as you need to remember, coming back to waking consciousness. And you can do that simply by observing the sensation of gravity in your body, seeing where your body wants to move. After this long period of relaxation, you may want to wiggle a toe or a finger to open your eyes again. Just do that and come in back into presence, making any commitments to yourself or to these guides to continue the work of integrating these experiences or exploring these experiences. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And so for the next few moments, I'll invite you to breathe, to open your eyes, to become present and be at peace, knowing that this experience is sort of like waking up from a nap or a daydream. And I provide this image of Earth, this Earthrise image, to remind us that we live on Earth and that all of this work is for us to embody greater peace, love, and unity consciousness on this beautiful planet. This beautiful planet. I invite you to come back, knowing that you're bringing in frequencies of peace, love, and unity consciousness that are extremely beneficial. Thank you. So as you come back, I'll just describe some of the next steps that you might want to take. I do offer sessions on a one-to-one basis on a sliding scale donation with depth hypnosis, beyond quantum healing, meditation instruction, spiritual counseling, or dream work. And these are free, and it starts with a free, no obligation consultation. So you can go to cosmicdreamsanctuary.org/sessions if you want to go deeper. You can join the community by participating in study and practice groups. Our fellowship service, these are on Wednesday nights and Sunday mornings, Mountain Standard Time. You can find more information at the website. And finally, I just want to say thank you for doing this work. You might want to take some time to journal about your experience, to drink a lot of water, to experience a sense of groundedness and grounding by hugging a tree or putting your feet in dirt or doing something you love. So once again, thank you for the courage it took to go on this experience. Thank you. It's very important, and I'm very grateful that you have done so. So with that, thank you.